It's the summer of 1941. German tanks rolled toward Moscow and the Red Army was desperate. Their answer? A weapon padding on four legs wagging its tail. This isn't a cartoon. This is the true, grim story of dogs taught to die under Soviet tanks. Picture starving German shepherds, dynamite strapped to their backs, sprinting at panzers. That image alone feels like a fever dream headline, right? Yet, it was official Red Army doctrine. So how did man's best friend become a guided furry bomb? And why did the plan blow up, literally in Soviet faces? The Wehrmacht's armored spearheads steamrolled Soviet lines in weeks. Stalin's generals desperately needed anti-tank solutions, fast. Factories couldn't churn out guns quickly enough. They looked at strays wandering Moscow's rubble and saw a battlefield shortcut, costing nothing but dog biscuits and desperation. Back in the 1930s, trainer Kazakov pitched a chillingly simple plan. Starve a dog, feed it under a motionless tank, then repeat until it associated dinner with crawling under steel. Strap on a mine, release it near enemy armor, a spring lever triggers, boom, one less panzer. In theory, elegant, in practice, a horror show. German shepherds were chosen for stamina and trainability. Trainers starved them for 24 hours, then slid pans of meat beneath BT and T-34 chassis. Within weeks, dogs dove under anything tank-shaped on command. But a lethal gap emerged. Soviet tanks ran on diesel, German tanks on high-octane gasoline. Dogs didn't care about national markings. They followed the familiar smell. Guess whose tanks smelled like home cooking? Their own. On the night of August 30th, 1941, 30 dogs sprinted toward the German 6th Army near Bryansk. Most bolted back to Soviet trenches with live satchels, detonating among handlers. One terrified German shepherd reportedly wiped out an entire communications dugout. Unbelievably, commissars still logged the night as a successful field test, proving propaganda mattered more than men, or mutts. Red Star newspaper soon claimed 300 German tanks obliterated by K9 commandos. Western historians now call that figure pure fantasy. Independent tallies credit fewer than a dozen confirmed kills, mostly at the Battle of Kursk, where chaos, not courage, let a dog slip beneath an Mk4. The rest of the victories were Soviet diesel fumes and wishful math. Beyond enemy armor, the program devoured its own. Dogs starved, handlers were blown up by returnees, and entire platoons grew terrified of their four-legged comrades. One officer's diary, smuggled out decades later, reads, "We fear the dogs more than German shells. Shells don't chase you back to the trench." By 1943, cheap rocket launchers like the PTRD and incoming Lend-Lease bazookas made dog mines obsolete. The NKVD quietly shuttered the schools overnight. Surviving animals were simply shot to prevent hysteria among troops, according to a chilling, declassified memo. No memorials were erected. Even mentioning the program carried a 5-year gulag sentence for defeatist talk. So, next time you see a dog happily chasing a stick, remember that 80-odd years ago, some were trained to chase tanks instead. The Soviet anti-tank dog experiment is a stark lesson. When war gets desperate, creativity can slide into cruelty, and even loyalty can be weaponized. If history teaches anything, it's that turning innocence into ordnance rarely ends well, for anyone holding the leash. If this story hit you in the gut, tap like, drop a comment on other forgotten wartime oddities, and subscribe for more untold corners of history. Let's keep their memory alive, so no pack of politicians ever tries drafting dogs again.